팀 경기장 도시형.
All right, here we are, guys. It's time for game number 6 between ZeNEX and StarTale. In the bottom left-hand corner of Shakur's Plateau, changing colors once again. We have StarTale.PartinG. He is spawning as our red Protoss player. And he's taken 2 games off of his opponent's team from ZeNEX. Down here at the bottom right-hand corner, our green Protoss player, that is Mushroom.
That's right, Mushroom indeed. And we're at close air positions.
Yes, we are, as a matter of fact. So
and that doesn't really matter anymore in PvP on this map.
No,
the
not
way
at
they changed
all.
It.
Yes.
It has nothing to do with anything. But
maybe we'll see some Phoenix play or something like that.
Yeah, well,
Cross
I mean,
our
you still can do some blink stuff with it, but
yeah.
You know, by and large, the area between the 2 bases that used to have destructible rocks there now is abandoned. The smiley face expansion still smiling.
That is
even
true.
though nobody uses it anymore.
It's just kind of squashed smiley face
it's just
now.
smiling because it's crying on the inside. Yeah, it is kind of squashed a little bit. I don't know.
Kind of odd.
But oh, there we go.
Looks like a little bit of lag spike or something like that there. Of course, guys, we'll reiterate that if 2 teams would like to not play on the NA server, of course, games default to the NA server in IPL events just because that's the best in case of resolution. If 2 teams are fighting, no, we should play on EU, no, we should play on Korea.
Right.
Well, no, you'll default to the NA server. But, of course, 2 Korean teams, if they want to play their games on the Korean server, will go ahead.
Yep, that's right. So I would imagine that's where these guys played all their games.
Yep.
And we do have the gas going up for both players at roughly the same time here. Like we mentioned earlier, Blink is kind of the big thing you see a lot on this map, although some people do still favor the Colossus play as well.
Right.
But again, PvP, thankfully, is one of those matchups where there's a lot of options now. You can even do things like Phoenix expands if you want to. We've seen players like FXO and Nori make those work.
Yes. Yes.
Yep.
Sometimes. So it is still relatively difficult to pull off because you do sacrifice so much in terms of just overall ground army, but players with very, very good control.
Yeah,
Who
absolutely.
knows what can happen. All right, Cybernetic scores coming up at about the same time. Chrono Boost, let's see, 54 PartinG, 54 Mushroom, so pretty even in that regard.
Yep, same number of units as well, as I think you mentioned there. Zealot for PartinG a little bit earlier, but no big deal here. Did you mention the Chrono Boost yet?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
Even for both
Good.
players as well. I got you covered. I got your back.
Just wanna
I
make
won't
sure.
leave you hanging.
Second gas for both? No? Second gateway
No.
instead for Mushroom. Okay,
Yes.
so second gate right away. Get those 2 stalkers out that much quicker if you like.
Yep, and you can move into a nice 3-stalker build there, but actually
Yeah.
nothing coming out of this gateway. There we go, finally a stalker started for Mushroom, a little bit behind his opponent, but of course PartinG decided, well, yeah, I guess he didn't put up his second gate, instead, in lieu of that, put up a second gas.
Yeah, well, ZeNEX.Mushroom isn't really doing the classic, 3-stalker opening because he did get that Zealot early on as well, but it is just another way to keep yourself safe against the 4-gate just in case it comes. Otherwise, it's a good way to expand. You can even pressure a little bit, as we saw in one of our early PvPs. And yeah, there's the Twilight Council going up for PartinG, so he looks like he wants to get Blink quite a bit quicker than his opponent could possibly get it. Could also throw down a Dark Shrine, but with the gas timing being the way it is, I think we're probably going to just see Blink.
Oh, yeah, and with him just continuing to pump out stalker after stalker, although he is making a sentry after this. Gateway coming down for him as well. So, we're at that fun stage of a PvP. We're waiting for strategies to develop and action to happen here in a bit.
Oh, PartinG. I mean, Mushroom actually getting himself a little bit supply blocked. He's at 33 out of 34 supply with no pylon started here. There's the pylon right there.
Good.
Started. Where did he put that, by the way? Did he put it
in the middle of the map?
Okay. All right, so just wanted to get there to have that pylon be a forward pylon here. So, not really planning on warping anything in right now. Yep, Warp Gate research finishes, so he does have a little bit of time for that pylon to come in after all.
Yeah, bringing up a Twilight Council right now, but PartinG has already started his Blink research. There's finally a couple of warp-ins. And Mushroom, of course, is going to have the supply advantage, but he is going to be a wee bit behind in tech.
Yeah, he's going to be way behind in Blink here. And with the ramp, since PartinG isn't trying to do any sort of early expand build, he should be able to hold this off.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you.
Yep.
Nice job trapping off those units down at the bottom of the ramp. Of course, would need another sentry if he wants to continue to force field. Otherwise, he's just going to have to work off of pretty good control right now, trying to pick off that Zealot as quick as possible. Looks like the Zealot is going to fall. The rest of the Stalkers, no, not going to make their way up the ramp. They are just going to retreat as PartinG is continuing to warp back at home.
Yep, it is an expand build from Mushroom, too. Just putting a little bit of pressure on so he can take that safer expansion. However, the Blink build that PartinG is doing is about to get really, really strong. Once Blink finishes and he warps in quite a few Stalkers, he's going to be able to be the one putting a lot of aggression on his opponent here, and Mushroom's certainly going to need to worry about that.
Yeah, we'll see what he's going to do, as he has fallen back a little bit in supply. He still has the better economy at the moment, and is on a pure Stalker composition, but he did invest quite a bit into that Nexus.
I keep waiting to see if PartinG's just going to decide to expand here too, but he looks like he just wants to end the game on this 3-gate Blink Stalker composition here.
I don't blame him. I mean, it's pretty effective on this map, especially.
Oh, of course.
If he can just get himself a little bit up a ramp. And now he forces ZeNEX.Mushroom to defend on this bigger ramp down at the bottom because of the expansion. All right. Wow, he's going to make it right now, actually, just blinking up on top of the ramp. We'll see if any units can actually get in the middle as well.
That was actually a bad decision by PartinG. I think he was expecting less Stalkers to be there. He's got a little bit of a disadvantage now. He could still kind of sit on the low ground and do a little bit of pressure here. Blink now just finishing for Mushroom.
Yeah.
And I guess with the warp-ins, it's relatively even, but PartinG really wasting some Stalkers with that first Blink in.
Yeah, not actually using his Blink micro for a little while there, but now he's starting to crash through the shields, and once you start killing shields faster than the cooldown warp-in, or the cooldown actually finishes up for blinking, start doing real damage to those Stalkers.
Yep. Yeah, he's going to start killing a lot of Stalkers here now, and he is getting that advantage again.
Yes, he is, as a matter of fact. And importantly, the Nexus goes down, and ZeNEX.Mushroom essentially just wasted 400 resources.
Yep, and wow, he even got the probe up there. Allowed his Stalkers to blink up, and now Mushroom is just in huge trouble.
Yes, he is.
PartinG just looking unstoppable in this match right now.
Yeah, looking so good. Killing a lot of probes as well. Already 8 workers killed and continuing to increase. And even through this, allowing the Stalkers to do more damage. It still seems like PartinG just has way too much stuff.
GG.
Wow, and PartinG has put StarTale just 1 game away from advancing into winners round 2 here.
Wow, and I think we actually saw PartinG do what could be described as a little bit of an impulsive move in that game. That blink up